All right, everybody, welcome to our training, our impromptu training on Princess Cruises. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, Ashley, for being here. And so let's go ahead and start. The first thing I want to go over, and you probably already did this already, but for those that have not registered with Princess Cruises, I want to show you how to do that. Okay, so hang tight for a minute. Let me just close the door so that way I can go ahead and do this for you. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to My Evolution Travel back office, and we want to get into the Travel Cafe. So let me go ahead and log in real quick. And once we're logged in to the Travel Cafe in the menu, now, just a quick side note, the Travel Cafe is run by Archer Travel. So everything to do with the travel agency is through the Travel Cafe. The next thing is we want to register with a vendor and supplier. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to suppliers and how to register. Okay. All of the vendors and suppliers, you can check them out under suppliers. Because this is a cruise, I know that we have to do that through the supplier request form. So any type of suppliers that are not listed in there, we definitely want to use the supplier request form. Please read the directions in here because it does go over some specific instructions, including that sometimes it'll take anywhere from 4 to 7 days after the request, okay? So you're gonna fill this out, and then if you notice, you're gonna select one source, which is Princess Cruise Lines, okay? And then you're gonna submit it, and then you will get an email from Archer Travel giving you access to that vendor or supplier that you registered for. Okay, so that's how you register for Princess Cruise. Now, once you get access to Princess Cruise, then you're going to go to one source. So I'm going to get out of here, get out of the back office, get out of Vax Vacations, and I'm going to go to one source, cruises.com. Okay. They will give you a link, and they are also going to give you a sign-in. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to use somebody else's sign-in because we've been working on this today. So it's fresh in my mind, and this way I'll be able to work through it really faster for you guys, and it'll be easier. So with that being said, hang tight for a minute. Let me get the password. So Archer Travel will assign you a number, and then you can choose a password, okay? So I'm going to sign into this one. And actually, at any time, you can stop me through this process if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So once you get in here, it's going to look like this. So you have access to sell Princess, and you have access to sell Canard. Now, the thing about this one is that it's not as user-friendly as if you were using Carnival. Carnival's a little bit more user-friendly. However, there are some pretty good things to know about it. If you have any questions, you always can go to the Polar Online chat, which has anything to do with booking. One source chat, which is for us as travel agents, okay? If we have any questions on any of our policies and procedures or any technical things that we don't know to find the answers. There's a search for answers. I do recommend doing all of the training on here So you can book all of this here. And then once you get all of this done and you book a cruise, you actually can, have access to have a free cruise for yourself. You can register for webinars here, and there's some short videos to help you with your sales or just time saving methods. Okay, so training is really important. Sales and marketing, you guys, there's a lot of specials going on right now with Princess, so check them out and you can market it. There's photos and logos, brochures, all of the social media tools for you to be able to book Princess cruises. Okay, ships, like they can give you deck plans. Medallion Class is a great app for you to download on your phone. And that is really convenient for your clients before they pre-cruise. It's like a pre-cruise application that's really great to have. And then, of course, the sales program and benefits. So all of this is really good for us. Booking tools. We definitely want to use book and manage your cruises. So if you're booking, you want to book them. If you want to manage your cruise after booking, then you're going to use manage your cruises. Here is where you can get booking help or Princess Travel Advisor rates. Okay, so right now we're going to book. So we're going to hit this green tab up on the top right. And the first thing we want to do is we want to create a booking. So I want to create a quote, so I'm going to create a booking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in different ways, okay? If you're familiar with like other booking sites, it seems like it's a lot easier. A lot of clients, if they do, use Princess all the time, they will give you specifics like the actual ship that they want to travel on, the dates, and what type of stateroom they want to be in. So those are some of the information you really want to know. Okay. So for instance, like where they want to depart from, which is their, depart cruise, port. So let's say, do you have a city that you may want to, or a particular cruise that you might want to search for? Ashley?
I saw Alaskan, so let's look at Alaskan.
Okay, so Alaska. Okay, so I'm going to go out of Seattle because most of the cruises go out of Seattle. And destination, I'm going to put Alaska. Let's just do, I'm just going to do Alaska here. Dates, I'm just going to put down 01 May. And put it for next year, 2023. The stateroom, I'm going to look for just a balcony one for 2 people. Again, everything highlighted in red requires information. Okay, so then I'm going to search by price. No, let's try search. Please select a future sale.
You have May of 2020.
Oh, oops. There we go. Okay, so a lot of them will come up here like this. So that's one way to do it. So this is search by availability and price. It kind of is nice because it'll tell you how many nights, when it departs, the type of ship. It'll tell you like the inside cabins, how many is open to sell, how many outside cabins are open to sell, how many balconies are open to sell, how many suites are open to sell. If you choose one of these, let's say let me see. They want to go, I'm just gonna put 7-day cruise, okay? So I like this one that starts on the 7th of May. So I'm gonna hit this one here, make sure I select it. And then I'm gonna go all the way over here to the right. And I'm gonna hit cruise. Okay, because I wanna see what the itinerary is. So it starts in Seattle. And then they're at sea for 1 day. And then on the 9th of May, which is day 2, they'll be in Ketchikan, Alaska. So it arrives at 6:30 and leaves at 3. So that gives you like good part of the day to see Ketchikan. And then you could go, the next one is Endcott and Dawes Glacier. And that's the next day. So you'll be there from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So it's a quick visit. And then you're going to go to Juneau on the 10th of May. It arrives there at 12:30 to 9 p.m. So you literally have all day in Juneau. Then Skagway, then a day at sea, Victoria, and Seattle. So it gives you all that information. Okay, it also tells you there's 2 formal nights in dining and 5 casual nights. So on the formal nights, you have to dress up. So that's really important to let your clients know. And then there's a notification. So if that's some of the information about it, I'm going to hit back.
So are we allowed to send that itinerary to the customer? If that is like, say that's the cruise they're wanting, can we send that itinerary?
Yeah, so I'll show you how to do that because it's pretty easy. Once you hit select, because really we're just looking at the itinerary there, right? But if you hit save and continue, wait, hold on, let me move this bar. If I hit save and continue, wait, okay. It will give you more information. It breaks it down. So what, like for instance, it has promos here on the side, how much the costs are. Because I wanted a balcony, you would move down to all the balcony rooms and see what they are. Now, because it looks like this and you're doing it this way, it's a little bit more difficult. You may have to, check out the deck plans and find out what a DB4 balcony is, because technically there's 9 rooms of those at 1,400. It really, to be honest with you, a lot of these balcony rooms, a lot of clients, they know exactly what they want if they've traveled on, this cruise line before, or some of them just want the cheapest. So if it's somebody that wants the cheapest, you may want to go down here to the 1,100 rate and then pick that. So I'm just going to select that for now. But if you're doing it this way, it's going to it has a lot of homework to do. Okay. And you would have to toggle or go here to deck plans and itinerary and check out what, each one of these categories mean. There is a category description down here, so you can check it out, which would open it up, and I'll show you the category over here to the side, and the description and deck location. Okay, so for instance, if I chose, where was it? 11. So I chose a BW4, right? So if I'm going to category description and I move down, DW4, this one, D4. So basically, it tells me that it's a total people in that room is available is 4 people. And also, I'm not sure what the 2 is for it, because it's saying total and lowers. So let me go to description. It tells me that it's an outside cabin and it's a premium deluxe balcony, third sofa bed, and it's approximately 277 square feet. So it's a lot, it's a smaller balcony room. So if they're okay with that, if it's for two people, that may work, right? So they have one bed and then they also have a sofa bed. Okay. So if there was two more people, they would sleep on the sofa bed. So if they're looking for like a bigger, bigger balcony, then you kind of have to look and see what you have available. Okay. But that looks like the average size is between 277. That's about average. The deluxe, there's one for 249 square feet and one for 233. So that's a pretty good one. So I'm going to stick with that one. We use Carnival.
I have not used any of the cruises.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and select. Hold on a second. And then I'm going to hit save and continue. Okay, so here is where there's a lot of information that goes into this. Okay, so it's for two adults. Do you want them to have vacation protection? So you have, I mean, like I said, there's so many things you have to look up, right? There's a protection where you don't need to get if they don't want to pay for it. Standard, platinum, and waiver. These are things that you have to look up in a separate selection that will give you, the breakdown of what includes in the standard or platinum or the other one, the waiver. Okay. Do you want to include transfers to and from the airport? For me, I usually put yes for my clients just so that it's one less thing they have to worry about. So I do that, and you can select the dates because some people like to stay in a hotel before going on the cruise. And then it breaks it down and by passenger one, how much it's going to cost for them, passenger two, and then the total cost. Alrighty.
So I see that the port fees are included in that price.
Correct. That is
Are
correct.
they like that with all of them, or is this just for the princess? Or yeah, princess.
All of them are like that pretty much. It'll break it down in the cost.
Okay.
And it'll show you what the fare is. It'll show you what the protection is if you do choose to take it. Now, if they take out the protection, that's $188 cheaper.
Okay.
It will tell you your taxes. Here, they're paying $68 round trip per person to and from the airport. There are cheaper vendors out there through Viator or through Expedia Tap under activities. You can find cheaper ones. I like these ones because they're protected under Princess Cruise.
Okay.
If something happens. This is how much the gross fare is for each person.
And that's what you want to get. You want to give them a gross quote, correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. That does include everything minus what they purchased on the ship.
Correct. That includes your commission.
Okay.
Okay. So here it's going to show you your payment. So if I give them this quote right now, their deposit is due on the 22nd, which is in 2 days, right? Or 3 days. The deposit of $500 just to hold it. And then their final payment is due on the 6th of February of 23. So they can constantly make payments all the time.
And do they go through you to make those payments, or
Yeah.
would they go to
Uh-huh.
the Princess site?
That is correct. You have to manage their itinerary. And every time you have to get in, manage it, and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, so their gross payment for everything for the whole trip for 2 people is $3,216.16 for a 7-day cruise to Alaska. And then your commission breakdown is going to be on this side, which is $298.10. So that's how much you would be making from this cruise. Now, I'm going to let's see. I'm going to save and continue. It does break down all the notices here. Like this is a refundable deposit and receive the following. They will get a, oh, this is from this fare code. Okay, this is the special that's going on. They're going to get the plus beverage package with service charge. So meaning they'll get a service charge for every time they order drinks, but it's included. Plus they get, if they're 21 and under, they get the plus coffee and soda package and Wi-Fi. They get Wi-Fi, 1 device per guest, and you get Wi-Fi is unlimited. And then crew appreciation is prepaid by Princess Cruises for applicable guests. So this is the special, okay, that they get. So they get a lot of value for the money that they're spending. It's a really good special. So I'm going to put, I have read this. I'm going to hit save and continue. Okay. Now they're trying to upsell it. Okay. So by selecting the upgrade, you know, for $147, you can go up to the BC category, or $135 if you want to go to DW. Okay.
And
So
that's where your research comes in at, is knowing what each one of those stand for, correct?
yeah, that's correct. Yep.
Okay.
So if you're not going to select anything, just leave it blank and just continue.
Okay.
So right now, here's what they can get. Okay. So if it's their first cruise, you always want to put them in the middle, because the aft is really a really nice too. But to be honest with you, and it's closer to the action. So the mid or aft is really good. These are all part obstruction. That means like there's like, let's say there's, you know, lifeboats that are hanging, you know, from the outside. So it may be part of your view. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what partly obstructed, or there may be a pole in your, on your balcony. So that would be partly obstructed. So that's what that means. So the location is going to tell you like how much square feet. Port and star. Oh my gosh, I forgot what that means. So let's go over here. One is on the left side and one is on the right. So what was it? Port and star? Are meaning, I believe I forgot this. Okay, so the port side is the side of the vessel, which is on the left. So of an observer aboard the vessel and is facing the front of the boat, they're going to be on the left side of that direction headed. Okay, so let's say they're in Alaska and they're going up. They're going to be on the left side, so they'll see the ocean part. Now, if they were on the bow side of the, you're going to see like the land part. So does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. Sorry.
Okay, so let me go back. So it's telling me a star port. Okay, so I'm gonna do port because it's on the outside. But I like these rooms that are, see, notice this one here is 247 square feet. And this one's 247 square feet. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick this one here. Now, this one means guarantee, like they're gonna just be guaranteed a room. They don't know what it's gonna be. Usually when last minute rooms are given out, they usually get better rooms than this. Sometimes it could be upgraded to a better category.
If we selected the guarantee one, would it break it down and told us what it was, or is it like
No, it will never tell you which room they got. See, me, by
Okay.
me selecting there's a lot of people that want to know their location of their room.
Okay.
Okay, so you have access to the deck plans. If I chose E526, you can actually go to the deck plan and see where it's located. Let's see what this looking glass, I'm pretty much sure they're gonna tell you what, okay, so it's outside. It's an outside cabin. It's on deck number 8. It's on the star side. Has a refrigerator, safe, TV, music, phone, and dryer. See, this one, isn't that weird? I could have sworn I selected the one that was 247.
I thought you selected that one too.
That's so weird. Okay. I'm gonna select E526. Okay, so if you need an accessible cabin, you can put down in here. So if you have somebody that needs assistance, more like, assistance in the bathroom, they need something to hold on to get up and get down, railing along the walls, just, for easier for them to get around their room. And so you can request it that way. Okay. Then just hit save and continue. And this is where you're going to put their names. If they're already a member or have a member number, you can put them in there and their names will automatically pop up. Or if you need a new passenger, then what you're going to do is you're going to put everything in here. Okay. Hold on a second. So if I hit new passenger, you're just going to go here. They're new, and then you're going to add all of the information. Remember, everything in red must be filled out. So that's if we're going to book. If we're going to go all the way and book, okay? I'm going to go back a little bit because really I just want a quote. Right? I must have passed it. Okay. So, oops. Oh, here, voyage itinerary. And do you see up here where it says e-quote? You put the passenger's email here and send the quote.
Oh, okay.
That's without even booking it. Okay.
Okay, so you don't have to book.
Right. You can just get a quote, send it to them. They can view it, and then you can get back in and put it in there.
Okay.
Okay.
And that will save everything that you've done up to that point.
No, it will not save everything. If you want to save it, then you're going to have to go through the whole process and putting the names in and everything. and just hit hold the room instead of booking the room.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how that would be. Okay. Now, I don't go through that whole process if they're not gonna, I'd rather quote them, because to be honest with you, no fare is guaranteed until it's actually booked. So for me, I'll give them the quote and then I will send it to them. And then if they do book it, then I'll go through the whole process of actually, you know, collecting all the pertinent information to put it in there to actually book it.
Okay.
Now, if they know that they're gonna book it and they just need a couple of days, then yeah, fill it all out as if you're booking it, because the money, the deposit is due on the 22nd.
Okay. Do you let them know as well that prices are not guaranteed or final until
I
you?
always do, yeah, I always let them know. Prices are
Okay.
not guaranteed until actually booked. Or even locations for the cabins, because what's available today may not be available tomorrow.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, okay, so that's how you actually manage a quote, and you can, you know, continue booking, right? And hold that room. If you have to cancel it, you have to cancel it, but it's a lot of work for no reason. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell your clients when they're really wanting to book and they know and they're ready to book, right? So go ahead and book it. The other one, they're kind of looky-loos, and so you're spending a lot of time in putting all this information in, and then they don't even stay, you know, stick with you. So it's really kind of your preference, you know, on how to do it, but that's what I find. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit menu, and what I want to do is I want to go over managing a booking. Okay, let's say you actually booked it. Okay, and let me find the booking number so that way I can go over some. Because I helped one of our people on our team today, so that's why I'm able to go to the next process. All right, so at this point now, I'm just going to manage booking because it's already been booked. So I'm going to hit manage bookings, and I'm going to go ahead and put the booking number in there because it's already booked, and it comes up automatically. And so if you want to, let's say the customer wants to pay the deposit like this customer did today, you would go to credit card payment. And because it's a single booking means it's just one booking, right? If there is like a family of, you know, 6 and they have 3 cabins, then you would select multiple bookings, but using the same credit card. Okay. And we're gonna not use that for now. We're just gonna hit submit. Now it's opening it up. And then you're just gonna follow these details. We had some problems this morning of going through these details, so you kind of have to pay attention to everything in red. The payment amount was $800 for the deposit. And then, do they want to pay for the protection now? They do choose vacation protection, but on the deposit, no, we do not want to pay for it right now. We just want to do the deposit. If you're paying using the credit card for onboard, you can use yes. Okay, if they want to do anything for onboard, their account, put yes. And then the details, like whose card is this and everything like that. So it's going to be for passenger 1, and then the card number, expiration date, and the PIN number on the back. I did select that this card will be for the passenger 1 and passenger 2. Then all the information, and then here I hit submit payment. Okay, and then once that's collected, you're going to be able to get a copy of it. And so you can send, like you can print right here, print this page, and it will, you can send it over to your client. It will show how much money right here that was paid today was $800. So they still have 7,856 left, and that's due by the 31st of August. You can pay attention to these details down here, because if you want to go over your commission, it's there. Credit card, and make payments, it's always down on the bottom. The pricing summary, the voyage summary. Like I said, it's not as user friendly, but you can check all these things out. You know what I mean? But for payments, you definitely want to go to credit card payment.
It doesn't seem too complicated. It just seems like a lot of back and forth.
A lot of back and forth. Yeah. On this one, I really believe that you have to do a little bit more research. I do recommend doing the training program on here to know the product. Also, downloading the Medallion Class app with Princess Cruises on your phone if you're going to book Princess Cruises. I think that's really important too. So then that way you can select their dining preference on the app. You can't do it when you're creating the reservation. It has to be done on the app.
And what was the app again? I'm sorry.
It's called Medallion Class with Princess Cruise Lines. And so you can just download it on your phone.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can choose the bedding type when you're creating the reservation. So it's either queen size or twin beds. Anyways, that's just a brief run through. Sending confirmations and printing, cruise personalizer, to access the travel summary and boarding pass before they leave. And here's the customer copy. And you as a travel planner can go ahead and send them by email all this information.
Okay.
Okay. This particular one, she will be making $11.24 in regards to commission on this one. All right, so that is just a brief overview on Princess Cruise. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I hope that helped out a little bit.
It did for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
Okay, and you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.